welcome, and if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca, NeverBecky, and what I normally do on my channel is talk about makeup, hair, all things beauty. But for this year, guys, going into 2022, I want to kind of just clean the slate from my makeup channel a little bit. I want to kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? I want to abandon ship on my makeup tutorials just for a little while, because what I want to do is get on my channel and connect with you guys. And this is not something I typically do. So if you're interested in getting to know what my goals are, how I plan on growing more with you guys, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe below, guys, and like this video. But let's go ahead and get into what I want to do. Guys, so on my channel, I've already said it before, I talk about all things beauty, but my 2020 goals are different, and I'm really wanting to put my energy in the right place. And I don't think that just doing makeup tutorials is the right energy right now for me. I want to kind of move away from the makeup tutorial kind of thing for a while. I really want to focus in on connecting with you guys, being more open about myself, and for my 2020 goals, I want to really be able to become a full-time content creator without stressing about everything that's going on around me. Like I said in my last video, this is a place that I really feel happy. This is a place that I'm genuinely like, I love what I do. I love being able to, create content with you guys. And what I've also noticed about my channel is that I don't do a whole lot of sit down talks with you guys. So that's something I want to start implementing, is sitting down, talking with you guys, and really connecting with you guys here. I feel like I'm using the word guys a lot. So you as the viewer, I want to connect with you, and I really want to develop a brand, which is my NeverBecky brand. And let me just tell you guys my hopes and dreams, and hopefully you can watch me grow here and you guys can feel very connected with me, because I've been on YouTube since 2017, and no, I'm not monetized. No, I haven't reached that those tiers to get there, and it is very disappointing to me. But I know that I have to also put in the work to get monetized, and I have to connect with you, my viewers. And I have failed you guys, and I am so sorry if you have been on this journey with me since 2017 and you saw my comings and goings and the inconsistency. That is not what I want from my channel anymore, and I'm kind of having to remove the makeup process a little bit, because I feel like it's held me back from just having a simple conversation with you. So what I want to start doing is having more sit down talks like this, because I enjoy this. I also want to really start digging deep and not being so surface with you guys. I feel that that has also kind of been my hindrance, is trying to paint a perfect picture, and that's not always the truth, and I'm not always upset or or depressed or any of those things. I just want to be transparent with you. And with that being said, I think these conversations that we have are so important. But to move on, what I want to achieve on my channel with you is a comfortable learning space, if that makes sense. I want to learn and I want to grow on my channel with you. And I feel like, because I've been through so much last year, that I don't want to repeat the same behaviors or habits that I have. So I have been becoming more strategic on what I put out. Even to the point of my monetization, the journey to get monetized here has been really hard. But what I've also realized has been really a blessing, because it's teaching me to slow myself down. So if you're a new YouTuber, if you're a small YouTuber like myself, don't stop. We're gonna get there. Please be encouraged. But it is a journey, and you have to go with the times. And that's one thing that I'm learning, is that I kind of put myself in a bubble where I won't let go of my habits of making makeup tutorials, and I'm realizing like that's not beneficial because there's so much going on in the world that I can talk about. And I've basically told myself, you know, I have to stick with makeup, I have to stick with makeup. And it's like, no, I can let go makeup every once in a while and kind of bring you guys into my home and into my personal space. So what I want to do is start doing maybe some more hair tutorials. I know when I did my crochet, I no longer do crochets, guys. So please forgive me for that. I don't think I will go back to crochets because it was just really hard on my hair, and also it's just like it was making my hair break in certain places. Like I have breakage here, as you guys can see. It's growing back now, but my little back areas was breaking off, the edges was breaking off. That's why I kind of wear my hair the way I do now. So, you know, that's something I do want to teach you guys how to do crochets. So if I ever go back to doing crochets, and I'm sure I probably will, I want to start punching out more crochet videos. I want to start punching out more mental health videos, because I feel like that is not talked about enough, and it's not a fun subject, but it is important to talk about it, especially like me, myself. I am 32 years old. I'll be 33 this year, and you know, so much has plagued my mind, like not being married, not having children, being single, and I live in California, so there is like regular single in your city, and then there's California single. And I know that may sound crazy, but I promise you it is a thing, okay? Because you get discriminated against way more out here. It's just a whole debacle. We'll have that for another day. But you know, I want to start discussing those type of topics with you guys. And you know, you guys are also free to leave me comments below of what you want to hear me talk about, my opinions on the dating out here. You know, I'm open to what you guys have to say to me too, so hopefully you guys can stick with me throughout this journey. But I'm going to do more lifestyle videos. I think that for me, I have definitely put myself in a bubble, and I'm just ready to just, you know, Superman it and bust open my S on my chest right now. And so, you know, I know that beauty is such a beautiful thing, but there's more to life than just putting on some lashes and some makeup. Speaking of makeup, I am definitely not doing, you know, tutorials. And with that being said, I'm kind of having to put all my makeup stuff aside, and it really does give me a little anxiety about it, because I felt like, man, I wanted to, you know, I invested all this money and all this stuff into it, but I realized over time that, you know, for me, makeup has been the start of my channel, and I don't know if I want to make that the basis of my channel. I feel like I've evolved past makeup, and I'm really good at it, but I have a fashion sense. I have so much more to offer this channel than just makeup, and so that's what I'm hoping to bring in 2022 is variety of myself, you know. And I really truly do hope you guys stay with me, because I'm going to be doing so much more this year than I did ever before in my channel. And 2022's definitely taught me that I want more for myself. I don't want to be, you know, another makeup person that just doesn't talk about anything, that, you know, that doesn't have anything to offer. I am so not here for that anymore. You know, I'm getting older and I want to see what else is out there. So hopefully you guys, if you're watching me, that you're subscribing and you're loving what I'm saying, and you guys want to see this journey. Again, I highly encourage you guys to, again, click. And I know this is like overly promoting, but I need the support, you know what I mean? I need you watching me. But with that being said, I just want to move away from makeup. It's been something I enjoyed, but I think it's time for me to just move away from it for a little while. I do want to come back to it, but not right now. I think what I have planned is giving myself 6 months of no makeup. Like I'm not getting ready with you guys. There's none of that happening. It's gonna be strictly, let's talk, let's discuss what is the goals today. Because I want to stay on track, and I want to take my channel serious, and I don't feel like getting on here and putting on makeup is ever gonna move me, you know, any further. So that is kind of like the tip of the iceberg for my goals. Another thing I want to do is also just start educating myself on how to grow my channel. And it sounds so like anyone can do that, but it's really different on YouTube. You have to really learn what's happening. And I've always been the person who's like, I don't follow trends. I don't do this and I don't do that. And I'm realizing like it's hurting me more than anything that I'm not willing to branch out and talk about different things. I'm not willing to honestly put myself in uncomfortable situations where I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm definitely the person who's like, I don't want to say anything, I don't know what I'm talking about, you know. But if I know like it's time to grow and it's time to move on from this, then that's what I'm gonna do. So that's kind of where my 2020 goals are going, guys. My 2022 goals are going, you know, in a direction that I want to evolve, and I want to grow, and I want to learn, and I want to really spread my wings throughout YouTube. I would also ask, you know, any viewer that is watching me right now, that you leave any comments that you feel like, you know, maybe you can, that you feel that may help me. I am definitely here to be an open book. I don't know everything, and everything I'm learning on my own. So it's really hard because I'm not sure how I'm gonna navigate. I just know that it's time for me to move on from just doing tutorials. I know when I did my breast reduction, a lot of people gravitated towards that, and that's kind of like what I love to do. For me, I'm more excited to see what I'm gonna learn, what am I really gonna gravitate towards, whether it be teaching you guys how to start a YouTube, you know, what I bought, how I got all my lighting, because let me tell you, lighting is the biggest thing about YouTube. It is really hard to get it correct. I definitely went through a lot of lighting issues, and thank God I'm kind of settled now. I mean, this lighting right now isn't ideal, but this is ideal for what I'm doing right now. I mean, I wish it was a little bit brighter on this end, but I'm trying to figure out how I want to do all of that since there's not a lot of light. And I've realized if you are a melanin person, you do not want warm lighting. You want white light. So I've learned that, and I had to learn it the hard way. But you know, everything is a process for me right now, and I do encourage anybody that is watching that's wanting to start a YouTube channel, just start. Get on here and start, but be honest, be open, and show your personality. Like, you guys, I have never really been the one to like hide my personality, but I'm also not like doing what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to you guys, and this is my personality. But I can be a little extra, and I'm a Leo, so I can definitely be a little extra at times, but there is moments where I'm more mellow. Like 9 out of 10, I'm more mellow than I am a little over the top with people, but neither here nor there. I don't know, like I just want to start building my self-confidence on this channel as well. In 2022, I feel like that's an important goal. It's not easy getting up here, it's not easy talking, but my self-confidence has definitely grown a lot more being on this channel with you guys, because I've learned to let go certain mentalities of, oh, you can't do this, or oh, you can't do that. It's like now I don't do that anymore to myself, and I allow myself to be free enough. Ooh, I don't know why I just kicked my camera. I now allow myself to be free and just talk very openly with you guys, because I know that it's important to have conversations as if you're my best friend and stop treating y'all like strangers, even though you are. But you tune in to me, and to me, I feel like that is worth everything. So I'm going to treat you, my audience, my viewers, my best friends, as just that. You're my best friend. And if you don't know anything about me, I will tell you a snippet that, you know, honestly, I don't have any friends in California. I don't, you know, really talk about family because I don't really deal with my family anymore. So for me, you guys are everything, and you guys watching, it really means a lot. And you know, I don't say it for the views, I say it because it's true. I say it because, you know, when I get up in the morning and I'm getting myself together. You know, it's not always easy. I do deal with depression, and, you know, I deal with a lot of, you know, I just deal with a lot at the end of the day, and I just want to be able to be transparent and just let you guys in on my world without trying to make it seem like I'm perfect. You know, I'm not. You know, people deal with all kind of stuff, and we don't like to admit that we deal with things because, I don't know, I think for me, I didn't like to admit that I was struggling in my life because I felt like it's like, oh, she has problems. It's like, you know, it's like baggage. You know, I didn't like to admit certain things because it felt like baggage. And now I'm past that in my life where I'm like, you know what? It's not baggage to admit that you have issues. It's not baggage to admit that you're not perfect. No one is perfect. And I think I'm at the point where I'm just like clean slate here. I'm not perfect. I have flaws. I just, you know, my flaws are just different from most people. You know, and my flaws are not going to hinder me. They're just something I have to learn to deal with, and every day be okay with that. And that's one thing I will definitely say that I had a hard time accepting about myself, is that I'm not perfect and I need not to portray perfect on my channel. You know, and I just want to evolve with you, and I want to evolve with myself, and I want to be good to myself this year. I want to treat myself with so much love I didn't do before. You know, I remember even gaining so much weight. My biggest was 215, and now I'm here at 135. I remember being on the channel and telling you guys my weight loss journey, and I was 175, and I felt like I could not get out of 175. I don't know what happened, but it was like 175 dropped, and then when 175 dropped, I was 165, 168, 165, something like that. And then once that dropped, it was just like everything fell off, and there was like, okay, I guess I am, you know, now I realize, like, one, it didn't just drop off. It was a weight loss journey for me. It took me a year to get down here to 135. But what I realized is that I started loving on myself. I started really being mindful of what I put in my body. And I love that I loved me enough to say, I want to see me look different, you know, especially because I'm in my 30s. So it's like, to lose this weight that everyone claims in your 30s you just can't lose. It's hard. Once you hit your 30s, it's hard. It's not hard. And I'm so glad I stopped listening to people that's like, oh, once you hit your 30s, it's hard to lose that extra such and such a pounds. It's not. It just takes, you just have to, you know, retrain your mind. You have to really want to change your body. And that's also something I want to bring to my channel, is not being stuck in a mindset that you can't change, or being in a mindset that you can't do something. And that's something I had to break. And I felt like once I lost this weight, I knew I was gonna be more confident with you guys. I'm not really sure if it made me more confident. I mean, it did in certain aspects, but it didn't make me more confident on my channel. What I am more willing to do is show outfits. I'm more like, yes, look at me. But I think for me, I have to be transparent with myself and know that what I've been dealing with was, you know, self-confidence issues, self-esteem issues. And I'm a woman, and I go through those changes, and I'm not ashamed to say that, you know, when I gained all that weight and I didn't feel great about myself, and especially when my boobs got so big, like, I hated putting on clothes. I just wanted to wear big t-shirts all the time. I just hated everything. And now that we're in 2022, I love everything about me. Like, I love everything about me. I don't want to put fake hair in anymore. I honestly don't even want to wear makeup as much as I used to want to. You know, there's so much that I no longer want to do in 2022. You know, and I'm shedding all of the layers that I used to tell myself I needed. And that has been really a healing process for me. It's been a really, like, you know, if I never get married, if I never have children, I'm okay with that now. Before, I used to panic and feel like that was something to, like, say was the thing. And I want to say this as a single woman in the year 2022, okay? I have never been the type of woman to be like, I need to be married, I need to have kids at a certain age. I've never really been big on marriage. Like, disclaimer. I've never been big on marriage. I never thought that was the goal at 30. I honestly thought, since I can literally remember, like since I was playing Barbies, I just always wanted to be an independent woman. I've always wanted to have my own money, but I always knew I never wanted to work for somebody my whole life. I knew that I wanted to have a good corporate job and make 6 figures and live in my own penthouse. Like I was always this child since a very young age. Like I didn't just develop this overnight. I don't know why I've always been this way, but in my mind, I knew I never wanted to work for somebody. I knew I didn't want to just go and have kids with anybody. I knew I just didn't want to marry anybody. And as time goes on, I realized more and more who I am, what I'm really, you know, striving to do with myself. And that's not just be another pretty face, because I'm more than that. I have layers to me. I don't expose that to people because a lot of people are not worthy of that information. But I'm also realizing I have to learn how to effectively communicate that. And I haven't been the best, you know, at expressing my feelings because I, you know, dealt with bullying in the past. I've dealt with, you know, people not liking me or being very deceitful because they love the attention that I get, but they don't want, I don't know how to explain that. Like they love having me around, but they didn't like having me around. You know, I digress about that. But, you know, now that I'm in my season, I'm gonna own 2022. Now that I'm in my season, there's like, baby, I am not the same girl. You cannot do what you think you could do to me this year. Even telling myself that, like, I have to stop sabotaging myself. I have to stop self-doubting, and I gotta start speaking highly of myself, because I realize no one else is gonna do it. You know, they already view me as a such and such a girl, so I can't worry about what people think of me anymore. I have to simply say to myself, you are worthy, you got this, we're gonna get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes, because I can't lie. When I see new YouTubers jumping on here and they're doing the bare minimum and they're blowing up overnight, it gets discouraging. But I'm understanding that I'm doing something wrong, not them. You know, I boxed myself in on my channel, and I just want to spread my wings and no longer do that and be more transparent and move with the times. I feel like the makeup industry is so saturated that it's just, there's no point in staying in it. I would love to go back to it, but right now I feel like it's not my time to be that makeup person. It's my time to be honest and open on my channel. And because I've never been this transparent, that it's time for the change. So, you know, I'm not gonna hold you guys too long, and I don't wanna make this video as long as I did on my last one. But I say all of this because I really hope that you guys engage with me. I'm saying this because I really want to make my dreams come true, and I'm tired of acting as if I'm not really serious about my channel. I'm serious about my channel, and you know, I hate if it comes off like, oh, she's doing it for clout, but it's like, I've been doing it for a long time and I'm ready to make changes. And I hope that you guys can receive that and you guys are seeing this with fresh eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not looking at it in a very, like, I don't know, in a negative way. And if you are, then, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, it's changing on my channel. Like, turn the page, 2022. We're here, we not going nowhere. And I cannot believe, and I always have to pat myself on the back, because I have been literally up here recording for 2 years straight now. And I cannot believe I did that. So, you know, if anybody's a YouTuber, small YouTuber, let me tell you, consistency is hard. But as long as you keep fighting, you get up every day and you have the mentality that I'm gonna make a change, you are going to make a change on your channel. You're gonna make a change in your life. And NeverBecky here is here to support. So again, guys, I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, call it a day. But I hope to see you guys next time in my next video. Again, I'm NeverBecky, and I will see you in my next video.